Yeah, is that it? There we go. There it is.
There we go.
Okay, so me and Noah, my buddy, best bud, we're gonna roll off, and I've got 3 decks here. I've got a Maelstrom Wanderer and Muldrotha, and these are interchangeable. And I have a Captain Sisse. So we're gonna roll. I'm gonna roll for these 3. I do have a Prosh deck, but I don't know if I want to bring that up right now. We'll see how fast the games go. And I'm gonna roll for these 3, and he's got a variety. So you want to do a quick review of what you got going on over there?
Yeah, so I have some fairly tuned decks and some fairly not tuned decks, but we have an Edgar Markov going here. We have a Saheeli, Lord Windgrace, Yuriko, which Jesse hates.
Yep, that's a bad one.
Roalesque. And then we got a Locust God and a Gave, as I've understood it to be correctly pronounced.
And that's stupid. And I have a lot of hate for the way they've branded Gave. I feel like it's like a Umazawa's Jite.
Yes, definitely.
Should be pronounced Gave.
Yes.
In my opinion, and it will always be Gave with me.
I definitely agree. I will say that my Gave or Gave, whatever you want to call it, deck in this particular series is not a competitive combo deck. However, my Locust God and my Yuriko are definitely more high-powered, so hopefully we don't get anything too crazy.
So if he gets the Locust God or the Yuriko deck, none of these are going to be able to compete at that level right now. But I will make him earn it.
Yes, definitely.
If that means anything to people out there.
Our traditional combat series used to be very high powered, and recently Jesse's kind of tuned down decks, which in my opinion is a great thing. Commander tends to be something that is played casually, so if you're gonna play in a competitive meta, great, have fun with it, but casual is definitely the mainstream, so some of these decks don't quite fit into that, but we'll see what happens. Yeah,
and I think I'm going to roll first, and I'll go in a little bit more detail as to what I want to accomplish with my commander, pros, cons, things of that nature. So I'll roll first. 1, 2, 3, so on, so on. So I'm going to roll a 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Maelstrom Wanderer. Maelstrom Wanderer, what I want to achieve with him is it's a lot of chance. I want to hit my mana rocks early and ramp up to be able to cast him, and at the point to where he's out in the battlefield, I want to return him back to the command zone so I can recast him and hit Cascade twice. I do have abilities in the deck to be able to increase the triggers. How successful I am in that depends on interaction, so I'll let you go ahead and roll for it, man.
Yeah, Maelstrom can definitely be one of your stronger commanders in the sense that it's chance, so you can roll into some really crazy stuff, but sometimes you blink out, so it's one of those decks where it's a lot of fun, but if you build it correctly, it can definitely be quite a powerful deck. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Roll a 16, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So it looks like we're going with Saheeli. So Saheeli was actually one of your pre-con commanders back in the day, last year actually. Definitely made some tweaks to this deck. It's not hyper competitive, but is definitely not casual.
I'd say it's either I think finely tuned.
Yes, I would say that. So I feel like it's a good idea when you play with your playgroup to define a good idea of where you're at from a power standpoint. You've probably seen that on several different, episodes or podcasts or whatever you take in. But it's one of those things where you want to try to be within a similar power level. I think if Maelstrom hits where it wants to hit, it can definitely be equal to this. But Saheeli's idea is that I want to play really big stuff for cheap.
Right.
And she enables me to do that with her second ability that lets me play things discounted based on how many artifacts. So you're definitely going to see a big artifact theme, in this deck. I did not. So
Okay.
let's cut.
Sweet. Let's do that. Actually, we haven't had a beer either, right?
Right? We haven't. We play a lot over.
Well, not right. I mean, not since we started the video is what I meant.
No, we've had too many beers tonight, but we've played a lot of these games over
I wouldn't say we had too many.
the internet, and we're lucky enough to be together tonight. So, cheers, Jesse.
Yes. Do this.
It's his channel, so I'm grateful to be part of it.
Oh, dude, we gotta do something big, man. Remember that one subscriber of mine who was like, dude, kick Jesse off and fucking have Noah run this.
Yeah, hell yeah. What you don't know is I opened a box of Modern Horizons that was pretty epic that Jesse just didn't want to put on his channel.
That sounds like a lot of hater to me.
He was scared of how great it was.
It's too good. No, I thought it'd be a simple way of being able to upload after he emailed it to me, and I wasn't able to fucking. I don't know. I thought I could have figured it out, and I didn't. But it was a great box opening, and I'd like to be able to put that out there. And
Well, the point is, if you guys support Jesse and his Patreon and all that, we can get some better technology going on, and maybe be able to really put out some really cool stuff. So everyone support Jesse. He's a great guy. He knows a lot of stuff about Magic, and it's a good opportunity for you guys to learn a little bit more. But let's get this game going,
let's
man.
get it going. I have one land, but I. No, you know what? You laughed. I can't do this. You're right. You're like, you know what? Don't do this again.
I have two, and I should toss two.
Don't do
but
this. You're like, don't do this. Don't do it again.
We need to put a good game out there.
Let's try to get a good game. So I'm gonna.
But cheers.
Oh yeah. Sorry about that. Cheers, brother. Thank you.
Let's have a good game.
Let's have some good games. Man, that was so I had a Mystic Remora. I had an island and a Mystic Remora, and I had Ristic Study also in my hand.
Oh,
So I had Mystic Remora, Ristic Study. I'm like, oh, but with my luck, 5 cards in, it won't draw land.
you gotta have lands.
So
you know what? We're gonna do that.
God,
We're gonna do that.
I hate that. It better be a land. It's not. It's one of the first cards of my starting hand.
It belongs
1, 2,
there.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 2 lands, and I suppose I'll keep.
I'm right there with you.
I guess we're gonna roll, huh?
Yeah, that's the thing.
Oh, well, that's not
I
cool.
think I can beat a 1. I'm not sure, but
You never know. You
yeah,
can tie
there
it.
we go.
You never know.
All right, so we'll
tie
go
it.
first.
Okay.
With my 2 lands, I'll play the command tower. It's D lands and a Retrofitcher Foundry.
What's that do?
So a lot of things. I can tap or pay 3, untap it. I can pay 2, tap it, and create a colorless servo. Or I can pay 1, tap it, create a sacrifice to servo, and create a 1/1 Thopter. Or I can just tap it and sacrifice the Thopter to create a 4/4 colors construct.
Okay.
So lots of things.
A lot of stuff. I'm gonna play a Volcanic Island.
See, he's got to bust out these fancy dual lands on me.
Suspend Ancestral Vision for 40. Or 4, sorry.
So we're doing stuff on turn 1, guys.
This is better.
And gals.
Ladies and Germs. Pass turn.
Alright. Drop. And gonna have to play the Sulphur Islands, or sorry, Falls tapped because I do not control a mountain or an island. So in that case, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to play a Slowing, I suppose.
Damn. Gee. Bro.
And then
What is your deal over
I
there?
don't know. It's just so awful of me.
It's bad. It's
And then
not
I'll
cool.
tap the Soul Ring and the Retrofitter Foundry to create a Servo artifact token.
I disapprove, but okay.
I do not have one, so we're going to pretend that this Discover More Magic card is a Servo.
Okay.
Pass turn.
Untap my one land, draw a card, play a land, tap a red, Vandal Blast Soul Ring.
Alright.
3.
This is what you call a douche move.
Pass turn.
And kill him the Soul Ring.
He would have went all crazy with his commander over there.
Yeah, well,
Turn 3.
I have no land, so I don't know how much of that I'm going to be doing. I suppose we'll tap to... Well, you have no creatures, so we're going to actually move to combat first. Swing with my 1/1 Servo.
39.
I'm going to play
Unfortunate.
an Ethereum Sculptor for 2.
Okay.
Artifact spells I cast cost 1 less to cast.
Sweet.
Pass turn.
Tap. Let's go for 2. Draw a card. Okay. I'm going to miss land drop. I'm going to tap 2, play a Sapphire Medallion, and pass turn.
Crazy medallion action.
Yep. This
Tap my
sucks.
big Servo. Hopefully draw land. Alright guys, this is what happens when you are officially land screwed. I had 2 in my opening hand and that's all I have drawn.
Same here. Why would you do that to us?
So we're both struggling a little bit in the land department. So we're gonna tap a Sulphur Falls to sacrifice the Servo, tap this guy, and create a Thopter. So he's now a 1/1 flyer. Pass turn.
Okay. Tap. Draw.
I
Let's go
should
to
have
1.
probably attacked you with my Servo first, but I did not.
I'm going to have to tap a blue and a colorless.
And my Ethereum Sculptor. But this is what happens when you drink.
Days
All
undoing.
Chingoms.
Days undoing.
Are you really? Is this an extra turn? Or what's
So,
going on?
No, it's I exile this. We shuffle our graveyards into our libraries. We shuffle our libraries and then draw 7 cards.
Hands into our library.
Yeah, that was bad. We need lands, so, and I'm pretty sure you're gonna win just because of the commander you're playing. We need to get some lands, so we're gonna draw 7 cards.
I think Jesse's a little psyched out, but he shouldn't be.
I'm gonna have to draw some crazy mana rocks to get going, because I mean, I can't. My commander costs 8 to cast, so
Maelstrom does definitely needs some ramp going on. Drawing 7 cards is always interesting for everyone.
I will play a. Wait, hold on. I'm gonna play a mountain, and then tap mountain. Play Faithless Looting. I draw 2 cards and discard 2 cards.
So you got a land drop out of the 7, which is the desired effect.
I'll discard a Worm Coil Engine
Not the desired effect.
and a Soul Simulacrum.
Wow. What does he have in his hand, guys?
Pass turn.
Alright, so let's discard some spicy stuff. However, he does not realize we also have some spicy stuff.
Spicy stuff.
So I will throw out there that I am playing some proxies because I have them in other decks. There are cards that I own.
Proxies.
But I'm lazy, so I don't want to shuffle cards around a lot.
Yeah.
And it just makes more sense to play the proxy, so that's what I'm doing.
If you can get the championship version of the decks that are gold boarded, I would go with those. They're playable, and if you have more expensive cards, like, I don't know, whatever kind of cards you have, you can fucking sub them for those. So, well, more of the legacy versions.
We're gonna tap the Retrofit Foundry to sack the object to turn it into a 4/4 construct.
Okay.
We're gonna go to combat and swing for the 4/4 and the 1.
Well, yeah, summoning signets, right?
No,
He just came into play, right?
not really. Does he?
What do you mean, not really?
If you
Does he
change him?
transform, or does
So-
he fucking...
I don't know.
You sack him and he creates...
Jesse
yeah.
is significantly better at the rules.
So
part of
he's-
the game.
he has
So I
summoning
guess he's
sickness.
Summoning
I'll take the damage
sickness,
from
so
this.
he takes the 1/2. I will artifacts
38.
spells I cast cost 1 less to cast. So I'm gonna
Right.
play a top for free.
Nice. Fabulous.
Have I
play.
played a land? Yes, I have. I believe.
You just played the...
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
So we're gonna play a basalt monolith for 3.
Sweet.
We're gonna turn that into a dark steel ingot for 3.
No. You only take that back.
Why?
I'll tell you why in a second. Take it back. Dark basalt monolith costs 2 colorless because of this. So you only have to tap 2 lands. You would tap your colorless land red blue, right?
Oh yeah.
That would be untapped. Then you would what? Then how would you do it? You would tap your basalt monolith.
Tap it, play my
Play
dark
that.
steel
You would have a
ingot.
colorless floating and your command tower. Command tower available.
Everything is cheaper. This is crazy.
Right. So then you have a command tower.
So
that
I
you
have
have a
one
colorless
floating.
floating.
So
Right.
I'm gonna play a Mind Stone.
No, yes, right. You had 1 floating Mind Stone. So now you have 3 mana available. Those mana rocks.
Well, I still tap this to create the 4/4.
Yeah.
So that's a 4/4.
Right.
I already played a land. I have 1, 2, 3 available.
Right.
I will pay 1. Sorry, with the ingot. I'm gonna top.
Top with this, because that only taps for colorless.
Well, either way, yes, that's the correct play. I'm gonna look at the top 3.
Sorry if I'm being annoying, everyone.
No, we got to do this right. We're both drinking.
That's
it
the
helps.
I would say that's the best play to make.
Yes.
Just to tap. I mean, you never know what you're gonna top into. So.
The idea is that you guys understand the better plays versus the blind plays. So we got a lot going on here. So
I don't know why I'm helping him. I mean, he just played like so many spells.
He's fine. He's okay.
Nervous
so,
laugh.
The construct can attack.
Right, you already bashed me with that
I
guy.
already bashed you, so we're good. So
Okay.
pass turn.
Untap. Counters come off of Ancestral Vision, and then I cast it. Any responses?
No.
Okay, drew him up. Keep I draw 3 cards. Draw a card for turn. Hit one harbor. Oh, she's good. Suppose I'll tap 1, 2, 3, 4. No, like that. No way, no. Damn it. guess what I'll do is I'll tap 3, play a Chromatic Lantern. Pass turn. That's all I got.
Feeling the pressure a
That's
little
all
bit.
I got. That's all I got. Hey man, I'm just glad I was
He's
able to
untap, so
give me some lands.
Okay. Play a mountain for turn. And then play 1, 2, 3, 4. For a card, the Great Creator.
The
So
G.
you cannot activate abilities of artifacts you control.
Alright. That's the
And
thing.
then I will.
So mean. That's my hat.
I don't really have the ability to use this +1 at the moment. Unfortunately, because everything I own is an artifact. Which is kind of weird. And then you can't do the -2. So I suppose I will choose to create until the end of my next turn, target non-creature, non-artifact becomes an artifact creature with power and toughness equal to its converted mana cost. So if I did a land, it would die, correct?
Yeah.
I don't want to do that. Everything else is an artifact, so it cannot +1 card, which is bizarro.
Let me see the +1.
I can't. I don't think of a way I can do it.
Wait, target non-creature artifact. So you can make this. You can make this a 1/1. You can make this a 2/2.
Wait, non-creature artifacts, not non-creature.
Oh, wait, non-creature. So this one,
When non-creature.
non-creature. So this would be a 1/1. That could be a 3/3 indestructible.
Okay. Okay.
You know what I mean? Non-creature.
I thought
artifact.
I had no artifacts. Okay, so in this case, I will choose to +1 card, go to 6. And then I'll turn the Basalt Monolith and do a 3/3 creature.
It's tapped.
I understand.
Okay. All right.
The only other option is to hit you with a 1/1 guy. So it doesn't really change anything. So I'll swing for 1 and 4.
5. I go down 33.
And then I will tap 2 and the Retrofiter Foundry to create a 1/1 turbo token.
Okay.
So this guy is a 1/1.
Okay.
And this guy is a 4/4. Pass turn.
Tap. Draw. I will. This game loves me. This game loves me. I'm being sarcastic as fuck right now. I'm gonna tap 5 for a Consecrated Sphinx. Pass turn.
Alright. This is not the best game in the world for you.
I'll trigger, draw 2 cards.
Ash Barrens for turn. tap a blue and a red. One, two colorless. Place the healing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to pay one sec to Servo, create a Thopper. I will plus one Sahili, go to 5. Create another Servo.
Yep.
So I got 2 of these guys. I'll tap 2 with the discount from Ethereum Sculptor and play an Astronaut's Altar.
Oh, okay. Combination.
A little bit. And then I will swing
For how much?
for 5. Oh, I know you have a Consecrated Sphinx now. I'm not going to swing.
Okay.
I'm going to pass my turn.
Okay. Tap. Draw. Alright. Let's see if I can think some of this through. One, two. Guess I'll tap a red and guild mage thing guy and play a ruby medallion. A red spells cost one less cast.
All kinds of medallions.
Yeah. Medallions. I will play a forced. Tap 4. Oh, that's right. You have R down. I'll tap 4 and copy Consecrated Sphinx for a Phyrexian. Oh, it costs 1 less cast. Since it's blue. Copy Consecrated Sphinx. Attack. Shalai for a 4/6 flyer.
Block with one of my Thoppers.
Okay.
No, those are Servos. So, Sahili goes to 1.
Pass turn. Switch them for the sake of keeping track of the game.
Okay.
So when you draw a card, I will draw 2 off this, and then 2 off this. I'll draw 4.
Okay. Pay 1, look at the top 3.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Dropping cards. I suppose I'll top the top.
Okay. Last one say.
I'll tap 4, 5, 6. And play a Sharding Sphinx.
Okay.
Whenever an artifact creature I control deals combat damage to a player, I may create a 1/1 blue Thopter artifact creature token with flying.
Okay.
Return a mountain to my hand. Play a Willy Works tapped.
Okay.
I'm gonna take out Sahili and make another servo.
Okay.
With that, I will pass my turn.
Okay. We'll cast a Mox Amber. I'll play an island. I will then tap. Six. Suppose I will cast or I'll tap. Hold on. I forgot about this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Costs 2 less. Tap a blue and play. Hold on. Fuck me. What am I doing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 from the Ruby medallions, or the medallions.
Can't use the medallions.
I'm not using them. It's state-based.
State-based.
It says red spells you cast cost 1 less to cast.
Yes.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I will cast my commander and cascade, and let's see what I hit. Less than 7 mana, which should be a Trinket Mage. So that happens.
Okay.
Cast that. That resolves. I will get search my library for an artifact card with converted mana cost 1 or less. So one artifact I could think of that I could get for 1 or less that I would want right effing now. And I don't see it. Oh, there it is. That's going to go in my hand.
Oh, Mana Crypt.
Good old Mana Crypt. So overrated. Okay, please.
Terrible art.
Awful, dude. No bueno. I don't even know why I have him here. Alright, Cascade number 2. This guy's still in the stack. Cascade 2. Philorstone. Okay, cool. Alright, so that's over. Maelstrom Wanderer then falls off the stack, I suppose resolves. I cast a Mana Crypt for cast number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 this turn. Just in case I draw one of my storm cards. I'll tap a blue and cast a Phantasmal Image copying Consecrated Sphinx. So now I have 3 Consecrated Sphinx.
Oh, that's cute.
And then I will tap one, two, three. I can't activate these. I just remembered. Karna's still a thing. I can't activate any of these guys. Okay. I suppose 2 flyers are coming at Karn this time. 2, 4, 6 flyers. Actually, I'm gonna attack your Saheeli with Maelstrom Wanderer, since it has haste. Everything does, actually. So I'll actually hold on. I forgot everything has haste. So 2 of the 4, 6 flyers are coming at Karn. All 3 of these are going to Karn. This is and this are going to Saheeli. Okay.
No box.
All right. So Karn dies, Saheeli dies, and the second main phase for me. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Tap 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Use a colorless from Ruby Medallion. Cast an Etalon. And whenever he attacks, each player exiles the top card of their library, and I can cast without paying mana cost. Pass turn. Draw. I will draw 2, 4, 6 cards. Mountain.
Tap the mountain. Play since he's joining top. I'll tap 1. Top 3. Yes. Not a good spot. Pass turn.
You can recast Saheeli?
Oh.
I mean, you can. If you want. It's I just didn't want you to miss anything. Because you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, but I haven't, like, this isn't a put on streamable game.
Okay.
It's pretty bad.
Alright.
Like, I got nothing.
You want to start another one?
Even if I cast a Healy, I can't do anything.
You want to start another one? Alright.
It's like you get Karn out there and you think something's going on.
We can start another one. Yeah, alright, cool. Let's start another one.
Now, with what you got going on, fuck.
Yeah, I mean, unless you had a board wipe, it was gonna be fucking rough. To say the least.
No, I mean, I had a Pact of Negation in hand, that's it.
Yeah, fucking me copying Consecrated Sphinx twice? That's fucking...
It wasn't a lot like...
And normally, guys, that deck is a lot faster, so... He plays, you still play Blightsteel Colossus in that motherfucker?
Yeah.
Yeah. Eldrazi's? Any notable Eldrazi's?
Normally, I want to play Sabili and get a big discount on cards.
Oh yeah.
I had a lot going on, but I didn't have like the cards to take advantage of what I had going on. So it's one of those scenarios where there's a lot of cards in play. There's a lot of good things happening, but not exactly things that are going to turn the game in my favor.
Right. All right. Let's start another one.